Okay, sorry. Company at the door. Anyway, sorry, I had to change my shirt because I had to change it. Anyway, it's not a date that we're looking for, right? It's an event that has to happen. And remember, we are so close. We are right there. And really, the church, we're really done. You know, our job here and our appointment here, what we were made for, what the job of the church was for, is really completed. You know, and he's turning his attention back to Israel. All right, so is the enemy. Now the enemy's still here because you know he's got a lot of backup, and going to mess because he's going to try to the very end, and that's just a given. But the attention is going to go back to Israel. Okay, so it's just a waiting game for us. It is, but do not lose faith and do not lose hope. And don't think that you're feeling something abnormal because you're not. We're all in this together. All of us are in this together. And I'm trying to, I have so many wonderful emails, and I have maybe somebody over here in this part of the country, or somebody over here in this part of the country, or somebody in another country. I'm trying to hook you guys up, you know, not in a hookup way, but I mean, I'm trying to you know, get you a team going, get you support, and so we can all work together, you know, because this is a lonely walk. And if we don't have anybody in our house, you know, I got in trouble for eating Pop-Tarts yesterday. So, what does that say? You can tell I got a church here. So, I'm trying to, you know, we're going to work as a team here, Team Jesus, you know, and that's what we gotta do. And prayers. Oh my gosh, you guys, please go to Can You Hear Me Now? And it's mbj8388.wordpress.com. The comments. We need prayer. You know, so many people need prayer right now, a big time. And wonderful, lovely people. These are your sisters and brothers in Christ. These are your co-brides, okay? These are going to be your friends for the rest of your life. You know, it's going to be your family for the rest of your life. Get to know them now. We all need each other, you know? And so I'd really like to know if there's anybody in North Carolina. Oh my gosh, I forgot what city. Anyway, I'm going to put that on the blog, okay, and try to get some you know, people who can study together, you know, close. So we're going to try to get everybody in different areas, and then there's people in different countries, and got some of them together. Can you believe that? Got some of them together. He's just too great for me. I'm so humbled. I'm so in awe. You just wouldn't know it. You just have no idea. So if you're in different countries or different places, you know, in the United States, hey, let's try to, you know, get you some other brides, you know, so you're not alone, so you have somebody to talk to, so you know that you're okay, there's nothing wrong. We need that support, Team Jesus, you know, all the way. The bride. Okay. When I say church, I'm not speaking of the church. I'm not talking in an actual church. I'm talking about the church in general, the people who accepted Jesus, love Him, understand it, get the whole, you know, Jesus of Nazareth story. Gone. They do what they think is enough and what they believe is required, and that they love Him, yes, and all of that good stuff. But they're in the recliner in the room next to us, and they're not watching, and they don't care to watch. And they really don't understand why you're so nuts over this, you know? We know, but they don't. And remember this, God has just chosen for them not to have it, because all of that comes from Him. All of it. All of that. You know, what we have is the power of prayer. It's the only power we have. It's the only thing. So you're going to be defeated every day, okay, if you keep going back to the same, walking in that same wall. And it's because we love them. And again, our excitement overwhelms us. We just want to share because they're right here with us. Even if they're right there, and I will tell you this, I said this the other day, it's probably not going to be you that's going to get to them. It's because they know you. And then there's just a lot of reasons behind that. So you just got to give them to him. Just got to give them to him. But they're not like you. It doesn't matter if it's a sibling. It doesn't matter if it's a spouse. They're not like you. You're different now. We're all different, which is a good thing. Oh my God, biggest blessing of all ever is what you've just gotten, and you have to remember that. You have to remember that. Don't sit and listen to it. We might have to listen to it because sometimes we'll be in that room and we got that blank stare, and we're just letting it really go in here and go in here. We're letting it finish because we don't want to cause a fight. We don't want to cause any more, chaos and discord than already is there. So we listen. We shake our head. I'm the queen of gotcha, got it. I'm on top of it, Rose. I'm on top of it, Rose. Gotcha. Yeah, I know. Got it. That's why I said got it. Don't say no more. Gotcha. No, it's done. Got it. That's what I do. That's what I do. And I walk on. I have to give them to the Lord. They don't know what I know. And I know the difference now. You understand that? I know the difference. Okay? I could go at that every single day. And it's all that's going to cause is discord. All it's going to do is open doors, because that other person doesn't know what you know, doesn't know what I know. And the enemy's going to be released through them into your space, into all that. So just don't go there. Don't go there. Power of prayer, that's what we have on our side. Because I'm telling you, again, the blessings that you have as a bride, you don't even know. You don't know. So know it, though. Know it. Believe it. You have to believe in yourself. No insecurities this time. Nothing. You have to know this. Because I will tell you, if you are here and you know what you know now, who do you think gave that to you? Who do you think gave that to you? He did. That means he picked you. Okay? So don't try to knock yourself down off the ladder and just can't possibly believe it's true, because it is true. If you are hearing what you're hearing, if you know what you know, if your spirit's feeling that God has picked you, okay? I don't know why he picked us, but he did. And I don't know why he didn't pick them, but he didn't. Okay? But I know he's got a plan for them. And I know because I love them so much, he loves them so much. And so I know he is going to give me my heart's desire. I know he's going to bless me and work whatever he's got to work. So I can't worry about it. When I start worrying, not from him, start festering, whole thing. Guess what? I'm turning to the left. I'm turning to the right. I'm not straight ahead. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Neither are you. Okay? Because now it's the call. So, as a bride, you have to remember that. That's your responsibility of remembering that. Okay? The bride is waiting for her husband. In the Jewish tradition, and many of you, I'm sorry to repeat this to many of you who already know this, okay, again, that this all mimics the real, tradition of a Jewish marriage, right? That's this whole thing does. Okay, when a couple is going to get married, and I might not know every single detail, okay, but I know how it goes. They are betrothed, okay? It's not the actual marriage celebration or the marriage ceremony that takes place when two come together. A lot of times they didn't even know each other, until then. They were put together. Okay, and then they're betrothed, right? The groom goes back to his father's house, and he starts to build on room for his bride. He goes back home, and he starts building onto his father's house a room, okay, a bridal chamber, so to speak, for him and his bride, so they have a place to live and to stay. And he's going to fill it with all kinds of things for his, awaiting bride. Okay, now this goes up to a year. This could last up to 1 year, right? But the bride never knows when that room's going to be ready. She never knows when it's going to be ready. So every day, she's got to adorn herself. She's got to be beautiful, pleasing to her future husband, So, and also she's learning about him, okay? Because she really didn't, probably know him very well, Maybe she knew the family or something a little bit, but she's learning his likes, his dislikes. She's learning everything she can about him during that time that she's waiting. But when he comes, she doesn't want to be all, not ready. So she adorns herself, right? And I'm not saying we have to adorn ourselves in that way. Our adornments are different. Our adornments are, waiting and searching and praising. That's how we are, wearing our adornments. So she doesn't know when he's coming. He doesn't know when he can come, because it is up to his father, the Jewish father, to walk and check out the room, check out the bridal chamber. And when he thinks it's done, and when he says it's done, that's when it's done. Doesn't matter what the groom thinks. Doesn't matter what his son thinks. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It matters what the father thinks. So, father checks. And all of a sudden one day, I walk in and say, okay, looks good to me. I think you're good to go. Go get your bride. And that's how it is. He tells the son, go get your bride. Your room is ready. It's ready now. This house is ready to hold your bride. And so he sends him. Now, he's all excited, and I read that they say that a lot of it happens at nighttime, So a lot of the groom go get their bride at night. It could be wrong. Could very well be corrected on that. But they hold their torches, you know what I'm saying, when they're walking, to get to the bride's home. So people, you can see him coming through the lights, right? You can see him coming, and the noise, and it's a celebration. So whatever it is that they hear, the bride can hear him coming. She hears all the noise and all the, the excitement and the whatever going on. So she's been waiting, so she's pretty well ready. I mean, she's every day she's got to wait for him, right? So then here he comes, here he comes, he's coming. Now she's still, she's all ready, because she's been ready every day waiting for him for 1 year. And then she goes out and usually meets him halfway, okay? And she meets him halfway. And then he takes his bride to his house. That is how a Jewish wedding took place. Jesus mimics that. He mimics that, right? So it's just like when they say he doesn't know, it's because it's up to the father to say, son, okay, room's ready, everything's ready to go. You are good to go. Go get your bride. That's why we have to be ready every day, So, but then there's the wedding party, right? But the wedding party's not the bride, okay? Wedding party's not the bride, okay? So we have to, for being ready and watching and waiting, okay, we get something extra in that, we do. The closeness to Jesus is just unbelievable. And even in heaven, just all the extra things, because we are his bride. Where he goes, we go. We are just so adorned and loved in heaven too, just as we're loved now here. But the church, they can't get the same thing we do. I mean, it's just not. Why? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? They're not ready. They're not waiting. They're not getting dressed every day. They're not adorning themselves every day. They're not learning about their husband. They know the a new husband for dummies. I'll just put it that way. No, they know the field notes, okay? Or a husband for dummies, basically, because they know what they know about the family, okay? They know what about the groom's family. They got all the basics down, what they need to know. They got just enough what they need to know. But other than that, they're like, I don't even know any more than that. So they don't, because they're fine and they're comfortable, and it's okay. It's okay because that's where they're at. That's where God has them at. You have to understand that. It's allowance. Anything that's given is given from Him. Anything. But how you can change it, nothing you can do. It's only put your power of prayer. Your power of prayer. Okay? So, we as the bride, during the 3 days, as I said, I don't know if, I know we are changed then, okay? I know that's when He's going to go to everybody, right? I don't know if the church is going to be changed then. I don't know if they get the full, complete, whatever we get, okay? I'm not saying that they don't. I don't know. I'm not saying that they can't. I don't know. What I'm saying is, you understand the difference between the bride and the church? Well, He's all about rewards and faithfulness and looking and, holding. He's all about that. I just know that our rewards are just, right up here. We're His bride. His bride. So, when we will be changed, okay? We will be given whatever we need, whatever tool, whatever we need. We will be in that glorified body. And I know that we are going to be sent out for 40 days and 40 nights. The bride is. He's going to send us to specific people designated to each of us. Could it be, I don't know, could it be the church? Could it be, giving us that to give them that to come over, that see, it's not like a teasing like, I got McDonald's, nana boo-boo thing. It's not like that. It is, there's going to be so much destruction and disaster around us, okay? Then they're going to be feeling terrible because they missed it. They did. They knew, but they didn't know. But they chose not to listen to you. And now they're going to be like, oh, sweetheart, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I didn't listen. And we're going to be there, and we're going to be really, we're going to be there saying, this is what you have to do, okay? This is what you have to do. And then we're going to show them, guide them, give them supernatural help. You understand? We'll be doing miracles, okay? Everything. We have that Spirit of God. So everything Jesus is able to do, it's an open heaven, okay? It's an open heaven to us. So everything Jesus will be able to do, we will be able to do during this harvest time. Because that's what we're doing. We're harvesting. That we will have every single thing we need. So anybody that needs whatever, maybe if somebody's in a position where they need help, physically help, maybe they're hurt or whatever. From everything, and to someone who's in a situation that they need supernatural help. I don't know, but I know all of this is going to happen, okay? We're going to be able to do so much. And you know why I don't dwell on it? Because I already know when I'm infused with His Spirit, I know what that means. That means that we have what Jesus has. And He says, you're going to do greater things than I did when you walk. So we will, miracles, healing, all right? Open heaven. So we will have. I just know everything that goes with that, so I don't worry about that. I don't worry about it, okay? It's a good surprise I get to have. There's not many surprises left. It's a good surprise I get to have. So, then, at the end of that harvest time, I'm not saying that's the only harvest time. It's the first harvest time. The end of that 40 days and 40 nights, that's when the actual rapture is going to happen, okay? That's when, and then those that we've, went to and brought, that's when I believe they will be changed, okay? they will be given the complete, everything that the bride has. The bride and the church are separate. We have to have something greater than them. Not that we're better than them, but we will be held higher than them, because that's our reward, because we were faithful. Okay? Mailman time. Yes. He bit me. He bit me last night on the leg, broke the skin, bit my foot and bit my leg. I still can't even talk to him about it. I'm like so over that dog. Can't even. He's nuts. I told you, he's just nuts. And I just walked by him. I didn't do anything. I just walked by him. And I'm like, oh, Cujo. It's like I got a miniature Cujo in there. Anyway, so during this, at the end of the 40 days, that's when I really want to. It's really when I think that's when they're going to change. I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay, could be totally wrong, but I think they get a protection. When he comes to them, when he comes to everybody in those 3 days, and he shows himself to everybody, he gives everybody a chance. This is me. Okay, I'm showing you your heart. I'm showing you your soul. I'm showing you everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. Now, you can repent, and say you're sorry, and ask for forgiveness, and I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you. And that's great. Whether at that time they are changed, I don't know. But I know we are. Now, think about this. I'm going for everybody out here on this. But if we're going out for the 40 days and we're covered, we're changed, we have our rain gear on, right? And we're there to help them. Kind of maybe be like that. Well, doggone, I wish I would have been waiting like you. I wish I would have been part of the bride like you. But we're there for them, okay? We're there, and remember, we love them. We love them. He loves them. We prayed for them. He's answered our prayers. He's going to bless them because of us. So they're going to be safe. I almost want to. I don't know. Does he move them and keep them someplace safe? The ones that throughout that 40 days. Does he put them in a safe place? I don't know. Could be, because he could do anything. And I think there's something in Ezekiel or Isaiah, isn't there, that where he talks about how he moves them, to the clefts of the mountain, where he moves them, like hides them. Everybody assumed it was the Jews later on. Could apply here, because now we know there's two groups, right? Two groups of witnesses. So very well could whoever is sealed, because he's going to seal them then. That he'll seal them then, okay? And then he could move them to protect them. Then at the end of the 40 days, when it's time to go up, he's got them protected, and then we'll all go up. That's when the rapture is going to happen. Okay, so all of this that's coming is separate. This destruction, this cosmic event, all of this is separate than the rapture. When we see this, and when he comes to us in those 3 days, I don't believe that's when the rapture is going to happen. I mean, it's part of it. You understand? It's part of it. It's part of the change. It's part of that. But we will go out and minister for 40 days and 40 nights. So I might get people who disagree with me on this, and it's okay. It's really okay. But if we're following patterns, because I will tell you, I know for fact, I shouldn't say I know for fact. Well, I do know for fact, because Jesus told us. Okay, I will tell you this, because I'm not going to back down on this. I'm not going to do it. See, I almost doubted, but I'm not. We are going to go out for 40 days and 40 nights and minister. We are. Now, a lot of the YouTubers who have been, messengers of the Lord and given, teachings and sharing all this stuff for a long time, lost a lot of people, because when they said they were one of the witnesses, one of the witnesses, because that's what they saw. They saw them out witnessing. They were just confused, And I have to tell you, I've been with certain channels right up to that point. But when they said that, I was like, oh, no, I'm out of here. Sorry about you, because you're not a witness. You are not. 144,000 are Jews, okay? They are Jewish people. Again, you have this, this is about them accepting their Messiah, Jesus Christ. They still don't believe he's come. They've been waiting thousands of years for their Messiah. And if you have any Jewish friends or have anybody Jewish in your life, you should know this. They are never going to accept a teaching from a Gentile. Never when it comes to their Messiah. Never would happen. Never would happen. So why in the world would God send the Gentiles, the church, the bride, anybody out to minister to the Jews of their Messiah? He wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. He has kept them. He has one pure bloodline. That's why I said one pure bloodline left. That's where 144,000 Jews, male Jewish virgins, that's where they're coming from. He's got them hidden, okay? I don't even know if they know who they are, okay? I don't know. But he's got them hidden because the enemy's after them. Why do you think all this DNA testing has come up? Why do you think it's find what tribe you're from? Now everybody's going to know what tribe they're from. What tribe are you from? Find out what original tribe you're from. Hello. Who do you think wants to know this? God already knows. The enemy wants to know because he wants them. He wants to find them. So I'm confused of anybody on here who says, I'm from this tribe, or I've been told I'm from this tribe, or I'm from this tribe. Well, I don't think God wants that out there, because if you are, you're in trouble, because enemy wants to knock you out. So if God says he's got them hid, which common sense, this is not common sense really. The witnesses, 144,000 has been spoken of since the Bible. Okay. And then now all of a sudden, they're just going to be thrown out there? I don't think so. They're very special. Very special. Jews have been waiting a very long time for their Messiah. Very long time. They're not going to take a teaching from a Gentile. Not going to happen. Again, plus, he's never dealt with us at the same time. Okay? So, anyway, but I understand. Back to the point. I understand how they see themselves as a witnessing, right? So it's very understandable what they would think that they would be a part of the 144,000, because they didn't know that he's going to send out witnesses from the bride, right? And throughout the tribulation, all right? They're going to minister to two totally different people, two totally different groups, all right? We will minister to the Gentiles, to the church, to non-Jewish, not the non-Jews, okay? Anybody who's non-Jew, the non-Jewish people is who the church and the bride will minister to. Now, first it's the bride ministering, but then afterwards, once we're all raptured and then the church is taught and given, then they too will be able to go out later on throughout the tribulation, because he continually sends people back, continually, okay? And then they will be able to minister in the other harvest, right? But that's how they probably, and that's understandable. That's understandable, because they didn't know there was going to be two groups, but there are going to be two groups, okay? So I would think it would be more than, the bride and the church, more than 144,000 is going to be sent out. I don't know. I don't know. He could have that exact same amount. Don't know. But if somebody's saying that they're from a certain tribe and they've done that DNA, well, that's terrific. I'm so happy that they know what tribe they're from. Wouldn't that be great? But they're not part of the 144,000 Jewish tribe. I'm sorry, but you're not. Because if you were, God would never have announced that. Because he's got them hidden, protected from the enemy, because the enemy is after them. And that's why there's all this stuff about, they want all the Jewish citizens to take these DNA tests to find out what tribe they're from. Really? Who wants to know that? The enemy does. The enemy does. That's why all this DNA checkpoint, all this DNA stuff is coming up. Look how close we are. That's why all this is coming about now. Okay? That's why. To find them divinely appointed 144,000. That's what it is. So, don't worry about anything, you know. But that's the bride. That's the bride, and that's the church. But you don't have to worry. Just remember what I said. Your faith and your love and your faith and your blessings hold so much. Hold so much. He has to bring wrath. It's not what he wants to do. It's what he has to do. Okay? Because he wants to. He has to. It's got to play out. It's the way it is. Okay. He totally lost where I was going with that one. Did you see that? See that leave me? Woo! Gone. Gone. The United States, okay, I'll tell you this another thing too. We're going to be invaded. And again, if you don't believe me, it's okay, but we are, all right? We're going to be invaded soon. Russia, north, China, east. While we're looking to the east, they can come to the west. They can come anywhere, actually, but we're going to be invaded. Because we're dividing, our land has to be divided because we're dividing that land. We're dividing God's land. You understand? We the people didn't, but our head of our country, our heads are, okay? Our land has to be divided too, and it's going to be, and he's going to allow it to happen because he has to. He has to. We are all. We are dividing Israel. We are dividing God's land. Our land will be divided. Okay? Destruction is coming. It's coming. And all this is just a precursor. All this is just a start. And I understand, again, I still get emails about the 3 days. Again, you have to watch all my videos because, you know, I might have entitled one thing, but don't go by those titles because I put all of this stuff in there, all of it. I might explain one thing and the title says something else, but I might talk the majority about something else. I told you, I don't even think about the how to do that. Very basic, okay, very basic. It's patterns. Have to follow patterns. Have to follow patterns, and that's what we're doing. He's all about patterns. All right. The darkness, you know, the darkness brings the change. The change brings deliverance. Deliverance brings promise. Okay. You're changed in the darkness, then you're delivered out to the promised land. Okay? That's how it goes. Before there was any deliverance, which led to promise, change, where there's any change, which brought deliverance, then led to the promise of God throughout the whole Bible, there was always darkness. And there was always 3 days of darkness. Okay? He's going to follow the same thing. He's going to follow the same thing. You know, Jesus has told us exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be a cosmic. So all of you who don't think that Nibiru or whatever is going to come, it's okay that you think that. It's totally okay, you know. But I'm telling you what we've been taught. And Jesus himself said it was going to be a cosmic disturbance and exactly what's going to happen out there and what's going to be up there and how it's going to start, okay? So you can believe me or you don't have to believe me, and it's okay. It really is. It's okay. He is who he is. He's going to do what he wants to do. He can do it any time. So don't lose hope. Don't lose faith just because we don't know. It's a waiting game now. There's nothing else we can do except wait. And look at it this way. It's just more time to strengthen, okay? It's more time to strengthen. You know, it's more time you have. You know that your rewards are being gathered. Jeff, you know that. Yes, our crowns of study the crowns of righteousness. You know, crowns of glory, everything. And you know those who wait. Those who are watching for him and waiting like we are, you know, we get a very, very special crown. So go look all that up. I'm trying really hard. I'm working on so much stuff, especially like on my blog. Can you believe I'm a blogger? I can't believe I've said that. I got a blog. I walk up and I go, I got a blog. I'm a blogger. You got to know my sense of humor. But it's real basic because I don't know how to get into all that stuff. And so I have all these drafts on the side that I'm working on because I'm getting all my information to put in there and to put in there. So it's a time thing. It's just a time thing. And I'm so sorry. The time is just getting away from me, you know. And again, I'm trying to answer emails, and again, sometimes I'm answering them on my phone, and I open them, and then I have to go back down and hunt for them again. But I really am getting all this information and stuff. And you have to understand, I used to spend hours of the day, hours upon hours and hours, reading, researching, just all my time. And so I can't get there now. You know, I can't get there. So anybody, feel free. You know, that gets me, that's on the same page as I am, and knows, you know, what I'm talking about and what I want to post. You know, the information. Please feel free to, you know, send it in there and help out a little bit. And I mean, I can get through I know my computer. I can get through my site. It's just that when you get into those back of those blog things and you got to do all that, it's the lingo, okay? It's the lingo I'm not familiar with. It's not the lingo. So I'm like, oh, what does that mean? What does that? What do you mean? What did I put there? Did I put the wrong thing? Does that want a URL, a UL, a URL, a URL, or does it want a link? Is it the URL link, or is it the pictures? That's what I do, and I can't tell you how many minutes upon minutes, which turn into hours, I waste because I'm doing this. I just can't waste any time right now. You know, I just can't do it. Then I got, you know, Pop-Tart lady, and I got to go get some Pop-Tarts replaced. You can just even believe that one. I love her. I love you. Got to pray for her. And please, everybody, please pray for my friend Renu, R-E-N-U. She's from India. Pray for her children, all of her children. Okay, please put an extra prayer in for her. She's been without electric since September. It's not a money thing. It's not a payment thing. It's something else I don't know anything about. But she asked for special prayer, and I tell you, she's so faithful. Bless her heart. My heart just goes out to her. I don't understand that because I'm not familiar with the country. I don't know the goings on or not. I don't know anything about it, but pray for her. Pray that all this works out. Pray for her children. You know, just pray for all your, you know, your co-brides. Okay, because that's what you are, your co-brides. Pray for them all. Everybody. There's division, you know, within families right now, between husbands and wives. It really is. Lot, bam, bam, bam. But I'm so happy because you're using your tools and you're aware, you know, you're aware of what's gonna happen, you know, and what's going. You're thinking, you're using it. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many emails I got over that, and I'm so happy. You know, I'm just like you. I do it too. That how many we all, you know, are living. If we're living all in House of Brides, oh my gosh, how fun is it for you? I mean, I'm sure that there are people out there like that. Gosh, how blessed are you? Really, how blessed are you? But most of us, you know, we're living with the world or the church. And very few of us have another co-bride in our household, you know. So we're facing that. They don't know what doors they open up because they don't understand it. They don't know what you know now. And so you have to understand that. Remember I said he's going to come in through their open doors. All right? But that's okay, because, you know, if you only knew how pleased the Lord is that you are listening, and you are learning, and you are using. Oh my gosh, He's going to come in, okay? Because you're getting it. This is what He wanted all along, okay? This is what He wanted all along, was for you to listen to Him and to learn from Him and you know, listen to your parent. But we didn't know these things, you know. Maybe we did. We just didn't know how to use them. We just didn't know. Well, no, I would say this. No, because so much is new. So much is for now, okay? So much has been released now. So much is for now, all right? And now that we're aware of the prominent around us, He showed us how to fight it. He showed us how to walk in it every day, but how to use our tools as a defense against it. So that way we weren't kept taking those, you know, 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. You know, we can stay on point. And remember, always go forward, because that's where Jesus is. And when you have all this coming at you, and this discord and conflict, and everything comes in your life, you know, the enemy's always going to want to open up doors and the people around you if he can't get them open through you. Okay? He's going to come through people around you. And then he's going to want your head to turn left and right, because when it is left or right, it's not on Jesus. Okay? It's not on Him. And so you're going to, and if your eyes aren't on Him, you're going to stumble, okay? You're going to stumble and fall, right? And so then all that just comes with that fall, okay? I know when I fall, I'm like, I've fallen and I can't get up. You know, I'm like, I need one of those things right there. And that's what it's going to be like. You're going to want one of those things. So don't look to the left, don't look to the right, so you don't stumble, right? Keep going straight. When you're going straight, you're not going to stumble, okay? It's common sense. Don't you wish we had this? Don't you wish we had this the whole time? But you know what? It's okay, because we have it now when we need it the most. And this is when we need it the most, you know? So that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. And just pray. Everybody, please, pray really, really hard. You know, the Lord knows who I'm talking about. The Lord knows maybe who, I don't even know who needs the prayer. But He knows, okay? So pray for everybody who's having that discord between, you know, husband and wife even. And it's really causing right now, I mean, big discord, okay? I mean, ripping families apart, okay? So there again, is He moving you away for His reasons? Does He want more of you? Could be. Is it, you know, the enemy? Don't know, but I'll talk about that later. Okay? I'll be back soon, and I'll talk about that. But please pray for everybody. Pray for all your brothers and sisters in Christ going through this. You know, please. You know, they have children. You know, a lot of them, you know, financially need that. Just pray to the Lord that it's all done His way, for His reasons only, and not the enemy's. Whatever the Lord wants may be done. Please. Thank you. Love you. See you soon.